Okay, let's have a little look at Day Tripper by the Beatles. It goes. Then it moves down a string, back up, and then power chords. One way ticket, yeah. She took me so long to find out. I found out. Back to the riff. Okay, so let's have a look at the tabs straight away. So we're faced with 0, 3, 4 on the 6th string. So that's 0, 3, 4. Now, if you notice, I'm starting the 3 with my second finger here. So 0, 3, 4. And the reason for that is I need this first finger for the little 2 that comes up on the next string there. You can see. So if I was to start with my first finger, I'd have to jolt my hand back to get to here, and it probably wouldn't sound so smooth. So second finger on the 3, 4, and then your first finger's there. Now you go to the next string down on the 2nd fret, and then a 0 on that same string. So on the 4th string you go 2, 0. Now I just want to take a little look at this 2 to 2. So if you were to play the 2nd fret there and the 2nd fret there and just take your finger off, it's going to sound a bit like a bit of space in it, so not very smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this 2, I'm going to roll my finger down and play the other 2. So instead of taking my finger off to play it, I'm going to roll it down. And what happens is when you roll to that string, you release the note on the 5th string. Now you probably think, well, I could just place a finger on both of that and just go, but then you've got 2 notes that are ringing over each other, which you don't want to do in a lot of riffs. You do in some, not every riff. So you want as single notes, you want them as single notes. Okay, so incorporating the roll in the finger here, 2nd finger, roll the finger. So just practice that. Okay, so this next bit you can incorporate a bit of a power chord shape. So it sounds like this. So what I want you to do is have your first finger on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and your little finger on the 4th fret on the next one below. But I don't want you to press them down and go. I want you to do one at a time. See that? Rather than going, you don't want to jump with one finger. So when I hit the 4, I take my first finger off and back. So they're all individual notes. And the last 2 notes there is 0, 2 on the 4th string. So you got. Piecing together that riff is 0, roll the finger, now if you look at this intro, it plays that riff 4 times and the drums come in, and then it plays the riff and when the verse starts another 2 times. And then once you've done 2 times, it plays the riff but on the next string. So if you notice, this starts on the 5th string and then 3, 4. Exactly the same pattern but on the next string. So that's good for you to work that out. It happens a lot in blues music. You'll play a riff and then you'll just transfer it on the next strings down. And then in typical blues fashion, you'll go back to the first riff, which is what happens here. Back to the first riff. So when we did the chorus, I don't know if you noticed, but there was some power chords. These are the name of the power chords, but I'm just going to scrub them out for now. If you notice, the first power chord is on the the top string 2nd fret. Now you want to look at the lowest number, not the highest number. The highest number in a power chord is the 2nd finger you put on. So that is going to be a higher fret, but you don't want to look at that. You want to look at this. So you're on the 2nd fret on the top string. Put your get that right up to the edge of the fret, not on it, to the edge of it, to give this a fighting chance to get in a good position. And just pluck them 2 strings. So you can see the amount of times I've put them on there. You've got 4 lots of 4. You could double it up if you want, like day tripper, but I'm just doing this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know what happened to me counting there. I started counting and singing, so day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. And from there, keeping that shape on that string, you move your 1st finger up to the 5th fret, which will automatically make your little finger on the 7th fret, which is here. You hit that 4 times. So, and then you move your 1st finger on the same string down to the 4th fret. So slide it down, and your little finger obviously will be on the 6th fret. So I'll repeat that. Up to the 5th fret. Down to the 4th. And then when you're in that position, your hands are probably hurting at this moment if you're not used to power chords, but you can move down a string on the same frets. If you see here, so I'm moving down a string, so 4 of them, and then on that same string move down to the 2nd fret. To find out, I found out. So you got day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. She took me so long to find out, I found out. And back to your riff. Now it goes back to everything we've done, but in the middle section it plays the riff but in a different key. So it goes like this. So it sounds like the riff, but it's shifted up. So I'm just going to take you through that. So if you notice, it tells you what fingers to use on that 5 and 6. So on the 2nd fret on the 5th string, you plug that, and then you go 5, 6, but starting with your 2nd finger. So 5, 6. Reason being is because you need this 1st finger to play the 4 and the 4 there, and you would roll that just like you would do with the 2 and the 2. It's the same point of the riff, but a bit in a different pitch. And then you bring your little finger here up to the 7 on that 4 string. And here you've got your little power chord, if I zoom in on that, which would be on the... So that starts on the 4th fret 4th string, little power chord, and then switch your little finger up here to the 7, and then end up the 4. So on this, and on the little chart I've made here, it's got a ×5, and then you're back to the main riff. So if you like this video and you want the tabs, just message me, send me your email, and I'll post the tabs over to you. It's as easy as that. So thanks for watching. Okay, thank you very much.